Welcome to today's section in Sign Platform. We'll have a better understanding about the business plan. So you would recollect that in the previous section with regard to business plan, we have identified what are the real matter that has to be considered by preparing a business plan. So what are the important criteria, how to write an executive summary, how to fix your objectives, how to go about your mission, what are the other strategies including your marketing strategies, how you're going to plan your team accordingly, how you're going to make your financial plan. So what is the importance of coming up with a financial plan? And most importantly, we have understood who is really going to be interested in your business plan. So who are going to be the real viewers of your business plan, how it is important to each and every stakeholder, be it your creditors, be it your money lenders, be it investment, be it expert that you are going to hire. So who are having a stake in this business plan. So we have described in detail about all this. So I'm Dr. Meera, working as a consultant to Government of Kerala and the managing partner of Broadway Events in Kerala. So we'll start off with today's section, more about event planning and the real content, how you are going to finally write it as a professional business plan. So what are the contents that is going to come into it? So what each and every heading means and what are the contents that is being expected in that particular purview. So we'll analyze one by one in detail in this lesson. So this is a very you know uh, basic of how event planning is going to take place. The initial thing which you are going to see. This is our own event that is being conducted at a corporate level in Techno Park in the Kerala's capital city in Trivandrum. So an event is getting organized there. So this is a primitive view of the event planning, how the team is going to coordinate. Moving on, we'll analyze the steps in preparing a business plan for an event management company. So we have done a lot of theoretical thing, but we just analyze it on a step-by-step basis. So first step starts with assessing the situation. So we have discussed earlier in the business opportunity lesson also, we have understood that, we have to have an understanding about the internal as well as the external environment. And, you have to fix your strategies in such a way that it merges with the ground reality. So how is it possible that you can stick on to the ground reality? For that, you have to have a clear understanding about the internal environment that will constitute your strength and weakness. So how it is going to be your strength and weakness? What are things that you have to take into consideration? You have to take into consideration the team as a whole, the resources you have, the financial planning you have. All these are the internal aspects of your organization which will add up to the strength or weakness of your organization. Next, you have something about the external environment where all the stakeholders which are there in the external environment can be your clients, it can be your creditors, it can be your investors, possible investors, it can be competitors. So the marketing trends in the industry, all these are external factors which are going to directly, like give a clear cut identity about the opportunities and threats lying in the marketing environment. So with this, you have to make a clear cut understanding about the situation you are currently prevailing, and based on that you have to prepare a business plan which will be on a very 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 merging level with the ground reality. So that is very important. So that's the first step, that is assessing the situation. Second step, you are setting the goals and objectives. So this environmental assessment forms the basis of formulating the objectives for the event company. So these are objectives are something which is always on a broader term. What you are, on a basis of a qualitative term. So you want to become like a leading event management company specializing in corporate events. That is your objective. But on the other hand, what are goals? These are more specific and quantified. Like there you are going to determine like, okay, our event management company is going to be to hold what do you call as 40% of shares in Trivandrum city with respect to corporate events. So that is a clear cut goal you're just specifying. So objective is on qualitative terms on a broader sense, whereas goals are being set which are easy to attain, you on a quantitative terms. So that is a specification of setting your objectives and goals. Please do understand, objectives are a broader perspective, whereas goals are a narrow perspective with which you can actually attain your objectives. So quantifiable objectives can be termed as goals. Then, as a step three, you have crafting business strategies. So you have scanned your environment, you have understood the internal and external factors which are coming in the environment. You have understood your set your objectives. You have defined your goals to attain your objectives. Now it is a third step, that is crafting the business strategies. So you have to you know the objective for which the organization is pursuing hard, and the goals have been set in order to attain these objectives. So what is next? You, the being an entrepreneur, you have to set strategies, and you have to make these strategies in a very possible way so as to attain the objectives. So how is it possible? For example, you can being an event management company, one thing is which is more important is the public relations strategy. So what are the public relations strategy you're going to adopt for your organization in order to attain your objectives? So these are certain strategies which you have to take up on a individual level, step by step. For PR, you should have a separate strategy. For networking, you should have a separate strategy. How you're going to go about in the social media, you should have separate strategy. So every strategy has to be set well in advance, which will actually be a stepping stone to attain your goals and finally attain your objectives. So that is step three. Step four, you're finally starting to write a business plan. So when you start writing a business plan, you should have a thorough knowledge and understanding of the even industry. And based on that, you have to prepare your business plan. So vision, your mission, the monitoring and evaluation of the business plan, sub-plans for critical sectors such as marketing, operations, human resource, information systems, etc. can be included. So when you write a business plan, you have to have a thorough understanding of the industry as a whole and your organization in specific. So when you come to your organization in specific, you should know about the vision of your organization, why this organization is existing in the first instance, why is such an event company formed. That is a vision statement. And mission is how we are going to attain this vision, the step-by-step procedure of moving towards your end vision. So what are the missions you have set? And the evaluation of business plan, which will come in different levels, sub plans for critical sectors, which includes your human resource planning. You have something called the financial planning, you have the marketing operations, you should have information systems. So all these are subsystems which will culminate to add up to your business plan. Next step is a financial assessment and writing. A financial assessment is the critical part that has to be highlighted in your business plan, because it is the most difficult step, because you are actually benchmarking yourself for monitoring and evaluation later. So how you're going to put up your financial plan is something which your investors are really interested in, because this will give a clear cut idea about the returns on investment they'll be getting, and how you foresee your profits, and how easier, how well you can advance towards reaching a break even point. So all these are critical information which will have to be portrayed in the financial assessment. This is actually a very difficult step in business planning, but it's a very crucial step also. Then you have the monitoring the process. So when you monitor the process, you have to set up a process to set up the company. You have to come up with action plans. You have to have monitoring systems. You should have constant feedback, and all this will have to be integrated back to the business plan. So it is like you are putting a plan intact, but you are at the same time you're giving, you're fixing checkpoints where you can actually monitor. You're setting an action plan and actually making it sure that, every action is attained as per the time set in the action plan. So there is something called a monitoring system, and there should be constant feedback as to what action you have come for forward, and till now what is the monitoring, what is the evaluation, like how's the feedback, like based on that there should be room for flexibility in your business plan, so that you can actually assimilate the feedback and then add up to the business plan if required. So periodic monitoring ensures that implementation of the action plans are in line with the objectives of the company. So whenever this is a monitoring is very important, because you are setting the direction. You have to understand that okay, you're going towards the straight direction. You're going towards the direction in which the objectives are being set. If at all, if there is not there is no monitoring process in between, then there is a chance that you might be deviating from your objectives, which is not preferred. When a business plan is being developed, it is set for a particular objective to be attained, so it has to be intact with the objectives. So finally, the when site will be like this, you expect your major pullover of the crowd. You're making them enthusiastic. You are actually giving them something out of the box experience. Like you're giving them a very, very, very unique experience to understand and assimilate the feelings. So this is something which is going to last in the mind of the client. So this kind of an impact, the impact factor is very important. So when you format, coming to the format and organization of a business plan, so what are the things that has to be included? There should be a cover page. Every business plan should have a detailed cover page. It is going to be the first impression you're going to give about the event company to the readers. It should look very lucrative and professional. So a well-crafted cover page is very much enough to attract the attention of financials who are going to who are getting a number of proposals on a day-to-day basis. And like you can add up certain graphics in order to make it more attractive. So cover page is the first impression that you're going to lead to any person who is going to read your business plan. You should have a clear-cut table of contents, which is a quick and easy way to identify the different sections of the document. It should enlist all the sections and sections for better understanding. See, different stakeholders will have different interest in reading the business plan. If you're going for an investment person, like you're going for a crowdfunding or an angel funder, he'll be more interested in knowing the financial part of it. So if the table of contents debits which page he has to actually look into, that will give him more, like it doesn't have to read through the entire thing. He's a finance person and he'll go through it. If you're going for approaching a marketing company or you're going for a digital marketing agency, they'll be more interested in the marketing content of it. So giving a proper table of contents with all the sections and the subsections is very important. The number of pages, like keep the plan very short and crisp, like maximum it is maximum 30 pages, but it's always very like very crisp when you can make it to something around 15 to 20 pages, but nothing more than 25 to 30 pages. And like a page number of every section has to be given in the table of contents as well. That there should be proper wide margin so that the reader can note down his comments, or he can mark some questions in that. So you have to give proper margins. Then the font size, like go for professional legible fonts like Times New Roman, Garamond, Calibri. Like font size should not be neither too large or too small. An average size of 12 will be decent. You should give proper contact information. You should debit the name, contact address, number, phone number, email, everything should be given in the business plan. And there should be a specific space for appendix where you're going to give sample of advertisements, the marketing and other promotional materials, maybe your brochures, maybe your pamphlets. This will help, this will act as some kind of an aid for the presentation of your plan. And the terms and acronyms which are not commonly used, that can be also given as abbreviations, list of abbreviations that can be added in the appendix page. Then the paper quality should be very good paper quality. It should be printed on a single side of a paper. It is not recommended to have a double-sided printing. Single side of the paper printing is preferred. Then editing, the editing part must be clearly done, because the document has to be clear without any spelling mistake, without any grammatical errors. It will actually give a good impression to the readers. It should be properly binded, so that like the document lies flat when it is operated. Like maybe a spiral kind of binding is more preferred, because it will give much of a space, will not get stick to if you get it binded. So prefer to have some spiral binding or something which will be easier for to open the document. Then the overall document presentation, it should not be done overdone with expensive binders, and it should not look cheap and messy as well. So, the substance into which you are coming up with the document is very important, because it is actually going to give an impression. There's a first hand impression that you're going to give to the reader. So we will, in detail, we'll again go into the detail of the content and structure of a business plan. So primarily there will be two sections. First one is going to be the cover page, and second one is the document page, main document. In the cover page, you have to give the specifically mention the name of the business, name of the entrepreneur and address of the unit, name of the services that is provided by the event company, the telephone number with fax and area code, the email and website address, the constitution of the firm, the educational qualification of the entrepreneur, the work experience of the entrepreneur, the proposed location of your offices, if any, the name and address of the bank or financial institution the entrepreneur plans to deal with. So these are the maximum contents you can include in cover sheet. It's not necessary that you have to include each and every one, but this is going to give a first-hand information about your company, who is going to run it, who is the entrepreneur behind it, where other locations you have, who is the entrepreneur qualified enough with enough work experience to handle the job. These are like first-hand information that entrepreneur is going to give to any reader. So that is that has to be included in the cover sheet. And coming to the main document, like we know, the executive summary, which is a very, very important document, because it is going to give a very brief synopsis of the entire business concept, and it covers almost all the important aspects of the business plan. It's a business plan in the miniature form, actually. A maximum of two-page document. It is going to determine the entrepreneur's knowledge of the business opportunity, and ensure that any investment in this venture is going to be yield a good return on investment. So that's a very crisp and very condensed, a brief synopsis of the entire business plan. That is very, very, very important. It should include the introduction to the business opportunity search, about the company and its event services, the USP of the business. We have been talking about the USP. It is a unique selling proposition of your business entity. Are you going to concentrate more on the corporates? Which segment of the corporates? Are you going to make it a personalized event planner? Are you going to specifically go into a marriage concern or a party concern? So what is the USP? You have already clearly mentioned that in your business plan, highlighted. The target market, the growth and opportunities that is there in the target market, the competitive analysis, which is very, very important, because you need to understand where your organization is being placed in the industry as compared to that of your competitor. That is very important. And the key marketing strategies, the operational highlights, the management summary, the financial highlights, and the funding requirements. All these are included in the main document. So when you start with the introduction or overview, it is actually giving an overview of the event industry as a whole and along with the target market. And the introduction section will also cover the scenario of activations industry on a local level and also on a global level. So the in totality and in specific, that has to be given in the overview. Then about the company, you have to give the readers an outline of the company, of the business before reading the details. So you should include about the company, the startup summary, the company location and facilities, the USP, the objectives you set, the vision of your organization, the mission statement, what is the scope of attaining these objectives to this extent. And finally, if you have an organization chart, that will give a very clear-cut information about who is who in the organization. Then you can come to the market analysis. This is going to give a detail of the market analysis to ascertain the feasibility and appealing of the business. So you can mention about your target customers, the segmentation you're going into that, or the sub segments that is that you can probably go into the what is the market need like, what is the trends in the market, how is the market growth. These all will cover under the market segmentation. Then you can give a view about the industry analysis in whole, and coming to the competitors, how your competitors are placed in the industry and relative to your presence. So you can give what are the services you are offering by the event company. This includes the service description, the history, the attributes, the research and development, the ongoing events, organizing the process of ongoing events, the quality assurance and controlling, sourcing and intellectual property. All these are to be given in detail as list of services description, what are the future services in whole, and what are the service and support in this regard. All these have to be clearly mentioned. Then coming to the marketing and implementation strategy, this is actually going to cover the pricing strategy and various approaches for promoting the event company. What is the pricing strategy that you are going to fix? It's going to be a skimming strategy, that is like you are going to price it very high so that you are just concentrating only on the elite customers, or is it going to be a penetration strategy where we are going to the bottom of the pyramid and then penetrate it towards up, penetrating to each and every segment. What is the pricing strategies like, and what are the promotion strategies you have in mind, how you're going to plan your promotion strategy, and what are the sales and distribution strategies. So this has to be clearly given in the marketing strategy. Then you have the management organizational structure. This is going to give an outlook of the account of the workforce in the organization structure, or the organization chart is going to tell it who is who in the organization. You're going to give a clear cut information about the management team who is going to work behind the scenes, and the mode of personal recruitment, and what are the profile of the job job profile. So what will be the like the team be going to be like. So all this will be depicted in the management and organization structure. Then you have to highlight about the business risk. That is, like there are certain risk factors like per unit price, competition, overall economic situation, the government regulations, etc. So these business risks may affect the profits and growth of the company. So that also will have to be mentioned in your business plan. Then you can give the financial projections like the income statement, the projected cash flow, the balance sheet, the break-even analysis, which is very important because your investors will have to know when you are going to break even your project, and the profitability ratios. So in the appendix, you can give a brief about the service literature, the asset valuations, the legal documents for example, the company registration, other formalities, the curriculum which you have key management persons who are like the experts in your team. So you are just projecting your what do you call the experience of the experts you have in hand, the market research, and any other relevant and important information. So all these will have to be included in the appendix. So this is a brief outline of what the content should like, what the cover page is like, to understand that, and the main page content. So these are the clear cut points which you will have to include in your business plan. So with this, we wind up this section on business plan writing. So as a coursework, as a lesson planning, I request you to prepare your business plan, which you have drafted it in this particular format, giving a brief outlook about the cover page. You are coming up with a main page which will include all these contents. Make a very crisp and beautiful business plan, not exceeding 30 pages. Make it very simple, keep it very crisp. The financial planning, financial aspects, the strategies you're going to put it across to the market, the promotional strategies, all these, include each and every section which we have discussed right now, and make it in a proper business plan, get it spiraled and keep it with you, keep it ready with you. So with this, we are winding up this section on business plan. So there is in the next section, we'll be coming more about the strategies which you have to consider when you're going for a real, industry run. So that will be covered in the upcoming sessions. So thank you so much for your patient listening. So this is me, Dr. Meera. Thank you so much for being with the platform. Thank you so much.